BlackWatch. Haven't did one of these in a few days. But I felt the need to not really have to engage with a chat room. I just really needed to get some shit off my chest. It's about 3 o'clock in the morning and I'm driving. Yeah, it's me, motherfucker. I ain't high tech, so I'm just talking in the darkness. No, it's me. You can shut it down when you want to shut it down. It's part of being free. I speak a lot about being free. I speak a lot about being repaired, reparations, recompense, redress. I speak a lot about it. Starting to have regular conversations with politicians about it. What's it really going to take? And at the end of the day, the main thing that I hear from every single political figure is us being unified. Doesn't have anything to do with what politicians do or say. It has to do with what we do and what we say. Because if we're not collected, we're not going to get what we need. A lot of people are up in arms with what the Asians are getting and what the Latinos are getting, or just basically just people, you know, let's just say they're marginalized. I mean, I don't even think they look at black people as being marginalized anymore. It's so funny. We've gotten to such a fucked up state in this country, they don't even look at us as being marginalized. They're just, this is the level they're at, and we just work from there. You know, and because we've never been made whole, they don't think we know what it's like to be whole. I mean, we were never made whole even after slavery was made illegal. Illegal for the most part. We were never made whole then, but we still managed to manifest and do some things that the country didn't think we could do. And then we were burned out, ran out, beat out, raped out, killed out of certain territories that we had secured as our own in this country. Without any help from the United States government, it was just people staying together. We were collected. And we became a force, a united force amongst each other. We were unbreakable. And when they saw that affected them, that's when they had to come back and say, you know what? This ain't gonna work. They over here making all the money for themselves, keeping it for themselves, and we ain't getting none of that. We used to get all of that, and then some. Now we ain't getting none of that. So what we gotta do, and the only thing they could do, was take over with hostility, take over with brutality, take over with murder, mayhem. And who led the charge was the United States government. And they've never made right on that. And that's very difficult to get some people to understand, because they don't want to go to those depths of thinking. And they just want to live in the moment. But you aren't fucked up solely because you haven't made it out on your own. You are fucked up because your mama was fucked up and your grandma was fucked up, and your great-grandma was fucked up. If you are from America, that's why you fucked up. I mean, your mama and your daddy had it hard. Your grandma and your grandfather had it really hard. Your great-grandfather, your great-grandmother, come on, man. They lived in times you wouldn't even think about being able to survive. And let's not talk about your great-greats. Because either one of them could get pulled up out they cot in the middle of the night by some wild dog and be raped. It don't even matter. It could be a man or a woman. They didn't care who they raped back then. They called us animals, but they still wanted to have sex with us on a regular basis. Told people we had tails. They didn't have no problem with lifting them tails up and fucking us. See, people don't like to hear about that part of the shit. Slavery ain't about motherfuckers out here picking cotton and farming and being maids and butlers. No, slavery is about a social construct, a detrimental social construct that they built into generations. 12 generations of people of African descent who eventually became Americans. I mean, how could we be Americans? After 1776, how could you consider us Americans and still consider us slaves? Shouldn't slavery have ended in 1776? I mean, shouldn't it? Shouldn't it have ended when the U.S. Constitution was made? Shouldn't it? I mean, our freedom came many, many years after the Constitution was made. And it came damn near 100 years after we became a country. This soil got an identity, but we still didn't have one. But all men are created equal, right? This ain't no pity party. It's late. And I talk to myself all the time. Tonight, I just thought I'd hit record again. Wasn't anything I wanted to particularly listen to on the way. So I said, you know, let me get this off my chest. And the way I've been feeling recently, thinking about my grandkids and what they're going to have to grow up in, thinking about what we're having to deal with wearing masks and gloves and, you know, why wouldn't you want to collect? Why wouldn't you want to get your shit in order so the next generation of you has it better than you? It makes no sense to me. There is absolutely no rhyme or reason why a person wouldn't want to do right by their families for generations to come. I think of generations. I was reading something earlier about Washtenaw County. Washtenaw County said they're going to make sure that all their full-time county employees are brought up to the $15 an hour standard. I didn't know that you could work for a government and not make $15 an hour, but I learned some shit today. Oh yeah, I learned today. You can work for the county and not make $15 an hour. When you got people making tens of thousands of dollars more than anybody else in that same position anywhere in the country working right in the sheriff's office. You literally have county employees making less than $15 an hour, and then you wonder why motherfuckers steal? Shit. Talking about it's gonna disrupt generational poverty, how is it going to disrupt it? If they're working for the county, they probably got benefits. Yeah, probably living below the poverty line, even working for the county, which is some crazy shit. But how is that going to disrupt generational poverty by you giving somebody $15 an hour now? What disrupts and erases generational poverty, the first level of it, is you need to own where you live. If you don't own where you live, that's generational poverty right there. Because the next generation is not going to own what you had. So if you want to stop some shit, Washtenaw County needs to put in programs for people of marginalized communities. They want to say that now, marginalized communities. They don't want to say black people. They say they want to stop. Actually, they didn't say they wanted to stop. They said they wanted to disrupt generational poverty. So I guess disrupted means that we're going to slow it up a little bit. Not going to stop it, not going to erase it. And that's good, because at least they know they can't do that. Because the only people that can do that is the United States government. The United States government have the full all-out power to stop generational poverty for black folks. Black Americans, descendants of freedmen, descendants of slavery. They have it. They have the power. Will they use that power? I don't know. They don't seem to be moving real quickly for the blacks. I mean, they on the stick for the Asians, and they on the stick for the Latinos. They on the stick for anybody that's trying to get into this country. They may even be in this country illegally. But the people who are in this country illegally and who have been here for generations, they not on the stick. Are you fucking kidding me? Is he riding a skateboard or something? This motherfucker's riding a skateboard down Carpenter in the middle of the night in dark clothing. Okay, he's on a suicide mission. Really? And there's a fucking sidewalk. That's what I don't even understand. See, if I drive on the sidewalk, I'm gonna get a ticket. But he's riding a fucking skateboard in the street. Now, I pay attention to shit. Don't worry about the smoke. Don't worry about the cussing. Don't worry about the music. Don't worry about this motherfucking camera being on. I pay attention. I done paid attention so fucking long, I don't know how not to pay attention. That's the crazy thing. I don't even know how not to. I pay attention to all this shit. And what I saw was movement. I knew it was more than just debris, some trash just blowing. Some motherfucker on a skateboard at 3:21 in the morning riding down the street. We got bike lanes. We don't have skateboard lanes, and we don't even have bike lanes on this street. Crazy shit. The shit you see. A skateboard motherfucker in dark clothing on the street at 3:21 a.m. Okay. All right. You can't stop generational curses until you stop generational poverty. It didn't really raise a lot of hackles on the black side when I talked about half of the city of Ypsilanti, half under the poverty line. And we know who's in that half. Motherfucker, why your lights so bright? Why your lights so bright, bitch? You in my motherfucking face. That's okay. I'm giving them these HIDs right back at them right now. I really don't give a fuck. I'm not even sure what the fuck's up. Why the fucking lights are so fucking bright. You gonna turn them down now, huh? Yeah, okay. Fuck you. You just ate them motherfucking HIDs. I don't give a fuck if you got your shit on bright. You coming up out of a dark territory where there's no lights. I get it. But drop them bitches. You see the blue light on your dashboard. But if not, that's okay. I don't hate. I just retaliate. I'm not really understanding why we can't pull it together. And like I said, the politicians, they all say the same thing. They said, you guys vote one way, but you're not even together really on that vote. And if you voted for the right Democrats, it'd be different. But you don't do that. You vote for the Democrat that can get elected in, but not the Democrat that's going to do things for you. And that's just true. That's at the top of the level. But your local politics are the same way. Y'all ain't voting in the people that are going to push policy at the state level. Y'all voting in your friends. You voting in your buddies. You voting in your boys. You voting in your girl. That's my home girl. Your home girl ain't going to do shit for you. And your boy ain't did shit for you ever either. Fuck friends. This is politics. This is business. Stop being a fucking simp, you stupid motherfuckers. Some dumb shit. You ain't got no friends in politics. Your only friend is policy. And if it works for you, you got a friend. If it don't work for you, you got an enemy. Case motherfucking closed. Y'all be pulling that whole shit. Worrying about your friends getting elected. And then your friend get in there and ingratiate right to the white side. Come looking for all the black votes. Next thing you know, they caping for DACA. They out there with you doing your Black Lives Matter marches. Uh-oh, where they at now? Stop Asian hate. And none of these things are things that I don't think people should support. But that's not what you said when you came and ate chicken with us. You said, yeah, don't worry about what they said, nigga. What they say is one thing. What they do is another. Your job is to make sure they do what they say. And until you motherfuckers figure that out, don't fuck with me on nothing. Nothing. I'm hell-bent on being free and staying free. And absolutely nothing else. That's the only thing that makes any sense to me. It's freedom. It's the only thing that makes sense to me. And my definition of freedom and your definition of freedom are two definitions that just aren't the same. I appreciate many of you supporting me the way you do and supporting the messages and moving the messages, sharing the messages. I appreciate you. I appreciate the viewership just based on the fact that you know I'm out here talking some shit that's real. I ain't out here doing no bullshit. You know, we cut up a little bit every now and then. You know, we have our moments, but we ain't on no bullshit. We ain't on nothing that's trying to kill us. We on shit that's trying to instill us. But we ain't gonna get none of that until we get some policies that bill us. Because all we got right now is a bunch of fucking fate. And they about to seal us. Fucking give up them dreams for being motherfucking kingpins and dealers. All we got to do is fucking get on code, be as one, be the strong motherfuckers that they know we can be, that they really don't want us to be. Because that's the only motherfucking thing that's gonna heal us. $3:30 in the morning. Motherfuckers say, I woke up like this? Nah. I'm going to bed like this. Subscribe to the channel. I say the same shit that everybody else say. It don't work. Subscribe to the channel. If you like what you heard, hit the thumbs up button. If you did not like what you heard, please hit the thumbs down button. Create a digital footprint in this bitch. Tell me why you didn't like what you heard. You know why you didn't like what you heard? Because you're a white supremacist. Hell, you might even be black and be a tool for white supremacy. Either way, I don't give a fuck. I need to know why you were here. I don't have really that many dedicated motherfuckers who are here. So I need to know why you were here. In particular, what sent you to me? Don't be a bitch and just watch and leave. Don't be like some of these motherfuckers, you know, grabbing the content and moving it on to their shit. Some weird shit I've seen too. That's weird. I don't have that many motherfucking viewers, have that many motherfucking subscribers, but I see my content like several hours to like maybe the next day on somebody else's shit. I don't get into that dumb shit, but it's funny to me. It's like, damn. Why don't you hire me as a writer? I can give you the content. Because it ain't about me doing this. It's just about the message getting out the right way. I don't really need to be on the mic. But if I give you what I got up here, I don't even have to write it down. But you want me to write it down? I'll write it down and give it to you. Then you can broadcast it to your 50,000, your 70,000, your 100,000 subscribers. I don't give a fuck. As long as the message gets out. Because if it don't get out, ain't none of us ever gonna be free from this bullshit. It's the BlackWatch. Because I'm a black man. And I watch shit. And if you watching all the way to this, you a loyal motherfucker. If you checked out like the first 7 minutes, you didn't see all this, yeah, y'all can eat a dick twice. If you checked out like the first 30 seconds, be like, oh, what are you talking? Don't worry about what I'm talking about at the beginning. I remember talking about shit at the beginning. It always ends like this. That's how you get the motherfuckers out. That's how you weed the motherfuckers out who really aren't loyal. Don't talk about shit for the first couple minutes and shit. Yeah, that's it. Stay with me for a few minutes. I'll get there. It's that boomerang message. I go way the fuck out there and I bring it back. Tonight I really didn't do that. I stayed right on code. Stayed right in pocket. And them bitches still didn't hear it. Be safe. Whenever you hear this motherfucker, it is. But like I said, right now, it is 3:32. This is what we do. One love.